kind of windy out here, but it's pretty nice out here. Catching a little air, fresh air out here. A beautiful day, beautiful day. Hope you're having a great day. Hope y'all have a productive week. Hope you have a productive week. Yeah, it's kind of windy out here, but I said let me come out here and catch this air. A little chill, but it's not too bad, not too bad. But yeah, I just want to talk about another religious chat with you guys, because I've experienced a lot of things. Again, being in the church. How you doing, Authentic Talk Podcast? Been in the church all my life. Been a musician in the church, and you know, the struggle of being an open-minded person. It's kind of hard being in the church. I ain't gonna lie. You know, having an open mind and asking questions, especially during Bible study type events. It's very challenging, I should say, and it's very challenging how people really, you can't really have an open mind in the church. You have to believe what the doctrine of that church is, and that can be a difficult thing. You know, of course, you love people, but people have their own opinions about certain things. And I've been in Bible study where they had heated discussions about certain things in the Bible. And the thing is, if we believe the same book, why is it so many different beliefs about the same thing? And that's the question I always had. You know, if we believe in the same Bible and it's the same words, why why we have so many different beliefs? They say it's a cult. When you think about the history of especially the black church, a lot of black churches came from or originated from the Masons. You know, you think about communion, you think about what we do in communion as far as the black and white suits. You think about the white gloves. That comes from Masonry. And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of those things that we use in communion, as far as the gloves and as far as everything, the cloths, a lot of that comes from Masonry, and people don't know that. And you can say it can be a cultish environment. You know, people say they believe in God, they worship God, but a lot of things we don't realize or we don't want to realize. And that, you know, a lot of Christians can be kind of stubborn because they believe, especially when they get to a certain age, they stick to a certain belief. You know, they stick to a certain belief that they believe, and they don't want to change. They don't want to change how they believe. You know, I believe this, and you can't tell me otherwise. You know, because this is what I learned. This is what I grew up. You know, it's been helping me all my life, and so, you know, I don't want to learn anything else. You know, and that's how a lot of people are as far as religion is concerned. You know, we don't want to learn new things. We don't want to learn new things about, about God and so forth. We don't grow. We don't expand our knowledge. Believe that Canada is going to be the 51st state. you know, talking about Trump, you know, you never know what happened. I wouldn't be surprised if Canada was the 51st state. I wouldn't be surprised. But going back to what I said, you know, there's a lot of things that, you know, people don't realize as far as church. A lot of things came from traditions. There's a lot of the traditions that we don't necessarily need as far as salvation, and we've carried it on like we really need to do it. There's a lot of things as far as that. What in the world? But anyways, if I got a moderator up here, y'all can block this guy, chicken breath. I don't know what he's talking about. But anyways, yeah, it's just crazy how people fall for a lot of different things that's not really important as far as religion is concerned. You know, it's a lot of things, as far as that is concerned. But I don't really, I don't really force, my beliefs on people, because a lot of the beliefs I have, I'd be kind of back and forth about, honestly. And so, and I think a lot of people, be like that as far as religion is concerned. They'd be kind of questioning a lot of things if you're a person like me, very inquisitive about certain subjects that you have learned since you was young. A lot of things you learn since you were young, you have questions about, and you look back and say, why did I? You look back and say, why did I take this certain thing so serious? But a lot of us are indoctrinated with a lot of things, that we can't prove to be true. We can't prove factual to be true, and so we gotta examine things for ourselves. Of course, our parents teach us things. Our parents teach us things about God, but I feel at a certain age you should discover these things for yourself, so you won't feel as much pressure about things that you shouldn't be worried about, as far as religion is concerned. A lot of things is traditions. A lot of people, especially older generations, it's a lot of traditions that is passed down, and we feel like we have to keep them, but it's not necessarily true. So it's a good thing that you study a lot of these things for yourself. Self-examination about a lot of these things that we learn and grow to learn about our faiths. Whether you be Islamic or Christian or Methodist, Hindu or Buddhist. It's a lot of things we gotta learn for ourselves as we get older. You can't just depend on the faith of what was taught to us in certain cases. Sometimes we feel like we got to just depend on what people has taught us, throughout our lives. But again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for watching. If you got any questions, any religious questions, it's an open-minded conversation. Open-minded conversation. If you got any, anything you want to say as far as religion is concerned, it'd be great to listen to. It'd be great to have an open conversation about. But again, appreciate y'all for tuning into this live. I love these type of conversations to see where people's mind state are as far as their beliefs. Everybody has different beliefs as far as religion is concerned. And a lot of religions feel like theirs is superior to other people's religion. And that could be the influence of where you're at, what region you're in. If you go to Dubai, they have certain religions that's superior. You got to follow that religion. And so that's the question: what makes one religion, better than the other? What makes one religion better than the other? Because you go to a certain country, they're born into Hinduism. They're born into Buddhism. So many different religions. People are born into, you know. And it's the confusion part is when you get older and people tell you about, say you're a Hindu and you get older and people tell you about Christianity and they say, oh, this is the right way to go. And so that's where the confusion is, your parents taught you something else, you know. So, that's the fight a lot of people have as far as religion is concerned. They're born into certain religions, and when they get older, they found out that a lot of the things that they were taught may be wrong or not the truth, and so that can be the confusion of religion. When you get older, you learn new things. You learn new things that seems more true than what you have been taught. I would say, you start to find out, this don't add up, and then you learn something new and say, oh, that makes sense. And that happened to me a lot as I got older. You learn things about the Bible, and then when you get older, somebody help you connect the dots. Somebody help you connect the dots as far as your religion, as far as beliefs, and make you decipher what makes sense and what don't. But again, if you got any questions, if you got any comments, if you want to chat, what's up, football? It's 8. Can I get an amen? Yeah. When you get older, you start thinking for yourself. You start deciphering things for yourself. And you start to realize a lot of things that you've learned doesn't make sense. And that's where I'm at right now in my walk. As far as religion is concerned. A lot of things I was taught when I was little, when I got older, it really didn't make sense to me, especially a lot of traditions that we carried in the church, especially the church service. Doesn't make sense that we have to do this in order to receive salvation. It just didn't make sense. And then when you get older, you find out it's just tradition, It's just all tradition. A lot of, especially the black church, like I said, a lot of the stuff comes from masonry. A lot of things that we do, the gloves, the white gloves, the black and white. A lot of that stuff comes from masonry. Because a lot of blacks back in the day, they was part of Freemason, and they established these churches in the early 1900s, late 1800s. They established a lot of these black historic churches. Well, I'm talking about Christianity. A lot of these churches, these Baptist churches and stuff like that. I'm talking about Christianity. Sorry I wasn't clear. I was talking about this earlier. You just came in. I'm talking about Christianity. A lot of these Baptist churches, a lot of these AME churches were built off of men that were part of masonry, Freemason, and I, because I looked at the history of my home church. It was all, a lot of Masons built that church, and a lot of the traditions, you think about the tradition in the church like dues and stuff like that. In the older churches, it all comes from masonry, because that's what they do in masonry. They do dues and stuff like that, and they carried it, to the Baptist church or the AME church, a Methodist church, African Methodist Episcopal churches. They carried a lot of those Mason traditions in the church. And so, How you doing, Freaky Terry? Good to see you back up here. But it's a lot of things to learn, and then the thing is, if you learn too much, people think, oh, you going outside of the realm of where you're supposed to be. You know, once you learn a lot, you know, people in the church may think you're learning too much or you listening to too much. But the thing is, you just gain the knowledge of the truth. You know, you know, a lot of people just want to search for the truth, even though they were raised in a certain belief system. You know, they want to learn the truth about things, and that can be hard for certain family. You know, that's so wrapped up in traditions and beliefs and doctrines that they don't, you know, they're not susceptible to open their mind to truths. That's really the truth about certain things. You know, a lot of things we learn, you know, to take literal for years and years. We found out later on that it's just a double meaning to it. You know, a lot of things we learn as far as religion, as far as the Bible. You know, we learn it's a double meaning. Still in research about Genesis, about the beginning, how things came about, because that's a very interesting story, because a lot of people, you know, it's just a lot of different concepts, a lot of different beliefs, a lot of people taking context or taking things out of context, you know, trying to put these things together, because in certain chapters, you know, it seems like it has two different creation stories. And that's the thing I need to really research myself, because it's very confusing. You know, in certain passages of scripture in Genesis about the creation, you know, and people have the arguments: was God a man or a woman, or was he both? You know, that's another question that a lot of people have about the Bible. You know, was God a man or a woman? And you know, that's a touchy topic as well. You know, a lot of ministers get kicked out of churches just because of those types of arguments, or not kicked out, but they're shunned because of their beliefs as far as is God a man or a woman. You know, certain topics like that, you know, people are getting in fights in churches because of these arguments. And the thing is, we're reading out of the same Bible, but people don't really have a clear answer on these certain issues as far as the Bible is concerned. And so that's the frustration of living life in religion. You're unclear about certain things unless God directly clarify certain things, you know, to you, you know. And you know, they say God speaks in certain different ways, but you know, it's frustrating. It's frustrating as far as, you know, religion is concerned, because you hear so many different views. You know, not like he gonna find a female God and have kids. And that's interesting. You know, even the birth of Jesus is a debate. The birth of Jesus. You know, a lot of people, I say the majority of people coming from the Catholicism, you know, faith, Catholic faith, they believe in immaculate conception as far as Jesus being, he was born of a man and a woman. And so that's a whole nother topic, you know, of discussion. You know, was he born of a man and a woman, natural birth, or was he born immaculate, you know, immaculate conception, you know? You know, people had those arguments about, you know, Jesus. And so it's just a lot, you know. So that's the reason I don't really force religious beliefs on people, because I'm at a point in my life where I have a lot of questions myself, and I don't want to give people the wrong answer and distract them from knowing what the real truth is, you know, about certain things. Yeah. So again, appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hope this was a great discussion. If you want to support this channel, I got my Cash App now in the bio of this channel. So if you go there, got my Cash App, $ Open Mind Convo. If you want to support this channel, if you want a topic you want me to talk about, you can go to Cash App, send me a Cash App, and let me know the topic you want to discuss. Feel free to do that. Again, appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. But like I said, if you got a topic you want to talk about, check out my bio, and send me a Cash App with a topic you want to talk about, and I get to it. So again, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Great having discussions like this. All right, talk to y'all guys later. All right, peace.